I am going to record. So, happy Monday. Happy second week of January. Is it the second week or is it the third? I don't know. Anywho, I thought tonight we would talk a little bit about something that is very important to me as a coach, and I think it's one of the most important aspects of coaching to connect to, in order to realize the bigger picture of what you're doing. Because sometimes when you start coaching, you're not even quite sure what you're doing. I know that is something that I experienced, and you don't understand how big of a scale this is or could be. Therefore, you're setting small goals. You don't realize what coaching can do for you, which I sometimes still have a hard time wrapping my mind around. Like, I see other people doing it, but it's like you don't get a picture. And I think part of what helps you realize that are being involved in the community and going to live events, whether that be something like Super Saturday, putting something together for your team, if you have local challengers, getting local challengers together in real life, or summit, or a Success Club trip, or shoot, go to France. I don't care what you do. That is one of the best ways to connect and see what you're doing and feel that what you have here is real. I want to talk about a couple experiences that I've had at live events that really help me feel connected. And even if, other people are giving me crap or I get scared, I don't know, just whatever. Like, I come back to these moments and I realize that this is bigger than me. This is bigger than this team. This is bigger than Alive and Well. This is huge, and one of those for me is at Summit when they do the Beachbody Challenge winners. And that's when all the people who have entered the contest and shared their stories over the course of the year get narrowed down to one man and one woman that win $100,000 and get recognized on stage and get their story told in front of 30,000 coaches live at Summit. Like, I don't know why I even do my makeup before I go to closing ceremony, because I start crying. Like, some lady looked at me after the first story this year and was like, already? And I was like, yes, already. Like, this is what we're doing. We're changing lives. And then at Super Saturday, there was a lady who was, I don't know where she is on her journey, but she had her daughter there with her, and she was struggling through the workout like the rest of us. But her daughter sat there and watched her and was like, good job, mama. Good job, mama. And I was cheering her on like this. And then it made me cry. I don't know if I was because I was tired or pregnant or what, but still, anyway, like, this is huge. You see the community, and yes, we have fun and we do, the cute games, and autumn comes and we get to take pictures, and that's freaking awesome. But we also are really touching people's lives here. And sometimes you have to see that in real life and feel it in order to remember what you're doing. Because sometimes when you're behind the screen, it's so hard to have that deep connection. Like, I love seeing my challengers in real life. A lot of them I know in person. I love seeing them in real life because they've shared how their lives have changed with me one-on-one. And I see that human being, so that's something that I get from live events. You feel energy of other people because our team is amazing, but there are so many other perspectives and there's so much else out there that we just don't see just because of the way that teams kind of work. Jess Vanderberg said some stuff this weekend, and I'm grateful, even though sometimes she makes me crazy. I'm grateful for her insight because it's different than my coaches. And there was, what did she say? I'll probably come up with it later, but she said something this weekend that really struck a chord with me. And I was grateful to hear it. It changed the way I worked for the rest of the week. Instead of going home and sitting on the couch, even though I was tired and exhausted and felt unappreciated, I got to work. I sent some messages. I did some follow-ups. I planned the posts for my health group because I was feeling that fire. I felt the community. So I wanted Courtney to talk a little bit about what she loves about live events and what she gets from them, and why she makes Super Saturday a non-negotiable, which is something that I do as well, but it's kind of nice to hear from somebody else every now and again. But it's something that I think is really valuable. And like I said, how it's nice to hear from other teams and other people. Even though Courtney is in our family, I thought I would let her talk about that. And share some nuggets that she had from Super Saturday and why she, besides Autumn, took the drive down from far, far away to come hang with me this weekend. So Courtney, I'm going to let you have the floor. Tell us a little bit about live events, what you take away from them, and how Super Saturday was for you.
All right.
Will you?
So I remember so I bought a ticket to right after I started coaching, the first, I guess it was the spring one, because I started coaching in January. I bought a ticket and I didn't go because I chickened the F out, and I was like, I'm not good enough, or I haven't even really started my coaching journey, and I don't have this, or, I let myself get inside my head, so I didn't go. So not only did I waste the money for the ticket, but I lost out on, getting to see everybody. And I think ultimately that was the one that afterwards that I saw all the pictures that like almost the entire team had gone to. And I was like, oh, really? Like, so the next one, I bought the ticket and I'm like, okay, I'm going to try this. And, it probably, I'm very fatalistic sometimes. I'm like, it's probably not even going to be a big deal. I'm just going to, but I went. And then after that one, that's when my brain shifted to, this is not a negotiable thing for me. This is something that I really think of it as a business meeting. You wouldn't miss, if you were working in a business, outside your home, you wouldn't miss a big quarterly meeting that's going to give you the rundown of the products and of what you're looking for next. You wouldn't miss it, mostly because if you did, you'd get fired. So like, I kind of take it as, if I don't go, I'm going to fire myself, because it's not, it's not negotiable. So I kind of outlined why I go after Heidi asked me to do this Zoom. And sorry, I have a sneaker in here that's been kicked out 3 times now. So, and it boils down for me to there's 4 aspects to why it's not negotiable. The first one, purely from a business sense, you're going to get all the new product info. You're going to get, and it's straight out of the horse's mouth. It is, in that video from Carl, from Jeff, you are going to get the newest product info. We had already heard about All Access, but really how much it encompassed it kind of hit me during that video, because what they did was they had Carl in front and they stacked these boxes that had pictures of every single program. And by the end of it, he was literally surrounded by boxes. And so that visual for me was like, I know it's a huge deal, but that visual was huge. So yeah, you're going to get all the new product info. You're going to get, your challenge group or your challenge group, your challenge pack specials, all of the things that we get, you know, from Heidi and from Steph, you're going to get it. But then for me, I'm very visual, so I get to see it on the screen. And when you see it, it's like, oh my gosh, like this is huge. All of the, you know, all the program details, all of the, you're going to get all of your coach incentive stuff. So like the other day they talked about, you know, what the trip, the Success Club trip was, what the Elite trip was. And, you know, that kind of builds that fire. So from a business standpoint, yeah, I mean, you want to know all of these things so that you can write them down and you can take them and, you know, take them to your team or take them to your challengers and put it in your words because your business is you. You're going to hear so many success stories. You know, whether it's the story that they show in the video, whether it's the girl sitting next to you, whether it's the girl you go up the escalator with, everybody has a story. And you're going to hear all of these stories, and those stories are going to relate to people that cross your path. You know, maybe this challenger isn't connecting with your story so much, but maybe you can say, you know what? I met someone the other day that was on the same path as you, that did the same thing, and this is how she handled it. So that's huge. You know, it's huge for relatability for us. Please stop. Let me see.
I would like to say something.
You're gonna stop, please. You're bouncing. But
I want to say hi.
the point number 3, the live workout, you guys, rocks. Like the fire that you feel in that room, the amount of people doing the same thing. The only thing that I have ever seen that it's comparable to is growing up, we went to these dance conventions, and it's very similar. It's, you know, one master teacher and then a room full of dancers, and you, like, it's so beautiful when you're standing there and you're watching this movement that is synchronized, and it's different body shapes and it's different body types and it's people at different points of their journey, and they're all there for the same reason. And you, like, it's literally like you're, like, for me, every time I'm like, seriously mind-blowing. Also, with those live workouts, it's usually something new. Every time I've gone, it's been something new. So the first one, it was Country Heat, brand new program. We got to try it. Then the next one was 3 seconds of core de force. You know, brand new. We got to try it. This one was one of Autumn's new 21-day fix. She has 2 new videos with the 21-day fix on Beachbody On Demand. We got to try cardio core fix. So you're literally like on the cusp of everything brand new, so you can grab it and run with it, you know? And then my favorite, in just a minute, the biggest thing for me, the biggest thing that drew me to Beachbody, period, was the community, was the people, was the connections. And please stop. You really get to feel the community. Coaching, in essence, you know, and entrepreneurship, period, it's kind of an isolating job. We are doing our thing. We are in our screen. We are in our challenge groups, but we don't have a lot of chance to connect with a real person. You know, we're connecting with, as Heidi likes to say, we're connecting with each other's avatars a lot, but we're not connecting with their physical body. So being able to be there and be around these people, you know, and yes, go ahead. It's big, especially like for someone like me who, you know, I'm not, because I'm 3 hours away from Portland, I'm not really around my challengers because I'm 3 hours away from them, you know, and my team is kind of spread out. So getting to be around people that are like-minded really, you know, fuels that fire. And your fire gets fueled by the buzz of the room. Like it's almost electric, you know, when you walk in and there's all these people and they're all talking and they're all super excited about what you're excited about, because we hit so many walls all the time, and we hear so many no's, you know, that when you're in a group of people that is like-minded, it's like, it just crackles. And then, you know, my like I said, the huge draw for me for Beachbody was the community. And we talk about it in our challenge groups, but outside of our challenge groups, it's something that we also, I think, need to non-negotiably be participating in, because how can we talk about something that we're not doing? You know, it's like the vital behaviors. How can we talk about drinking your Shakeout if you're not drinking your Shakeout? How can you tell people do your workout if you're not doing your workout? Well, how can you tell people come and be part of my community if you're not part of your community? So those are my biggies. That's why it's not negotiable for me. It's nice every 4 months to feel the fire and to have it fueled by, you know, other people.
So much good stuff there. Thank you so
My
much.
feet are sleeping.
I love that last point. That is, how can you talk about the community if you're not a part of the community? And I know sometimes it's hard because of where people are. There are a lot of different ones, and I know it's very intimidating to go to one that you don't know anybody at. But I think 3 weeks after I signed up as a coach, and I didn't know anybody, and I was just like Courtney. I bought the ticket and I was standing there, shoes on, everything. It was time to go, and I was this close to not going. But going and seeing and doing when you can it's amazing. And because you get to show it and share it with other people, you know, I don't know how many people are, oh, so cool you got to meet Autumn, so cool you got to meet Autumn. Yeah, that's cool. And that's what attracts people, but then they're going to feel the real stuff, you know. That is the bread and butter. And if you can't make a Super Saturday that's near you, you know, there's so many other things. Put big things on your vision board, guys. Success Club trips. The only reason I'm not going is because I'm going to have a 40-year-old baby. The only reason, you know, and apparently there's something with like a Zika virus, you know. So everybody here has the opportunity to earn that trip, and you don't even have. If you want it paid for, yes, that's great, but you don't have to. You can pay to go to it. Yeah, you have to help a certain amount of people, but you can also earn it and have it paid off. And freaking amazing. Like, dudes, we don't go on vacations. Some real bums because we don't go on vacations. That was it for me. So yeah, that was a huge driver, but also being able to hang out with those people that you love so much in a way that is different than work is so important. Summit, man, you guys, I just don't even know how to talk about it. Like, I love Super Saturday because it's more personal. So I'm glad they're more frequent, but there's something about seeing and being, and the energy is like a bajillion times bigger. You know, yeah, there's a lot of training. Yes, you're tired. There's a lot that gets jam-packed into the days, but you get to see how appreciated we are as coaches when you go to a big event hosted by Beachbody. I really encourage you guys to get to one. Plus, it's so much fun to share. Like, I've been sharing pictures from Nashville for months now. You know, they're great for showing and connecting with people that you wouldn't have got to. Like, you know, my coach is a bigger coach, and so there's people from all over the country on the team who, yeah, I see on Zooms and stuff, but like, I got to hug these people in real life, and they're just as awesome in person as they are on the computer screen. And humans need connection. You know, we need real life connection. Other humans need to see that, because there's going to be people that are like, oh, great, you do everything online. That's cool. What about, you know, people need to be real life. Like, I know me, when I lived out in Corbett, it was really hard because, yeah, I have the connection with people online, but a grown-up's got to be able to talk to another grown-up face-to-face. And that's what we get. And we get the people that on a deeper level are you. Like, yeah, you go see your, you know, I don't know, this is weird of me to say, you get to see like your family and stuff, but there's parts of you that they can't connect to, that this community does connect to. And gosh, it's something that I didn't even know was in me. And you find all these amazing things and you see that there are other people. And like Courtney was saying, we hear no so much. When you go into one of these rooms, you see all the yeses. And that's pure motivation. There are people out there that are going to say yes, and you don't know who they are. And it's beautiful because they're in all shapes and sizes. My first summit, every kind of person. And it was amazing because one objection that I got a lot was, I'm not like you. I can't blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? I just saw 29,000 other people that are not like me. And they all do. So it's special. They're special, and I'm just gonna commitment. I know Saturday is a commitment for you guys that travel far, which I totally am obsessed with you guys for doing that, because it's I don't know, I do 40 minutes, but I've never done 3 hours to go to a Super Saturday. But I know Liz has. I know Courtney has. Liz was coming. But
Until it snowed.
I swear to God, I would never, ever tell somebody to get their butt to Super Saturday when their life is on the line. No.
Yeah.
We have priorities here, okay? It's amazing, And I don't know even on a map where Alyssa is, so I can't say if there's an event near her. That is not my hood. But put those other events on your vision board, you guys. Like, here's my first summit was me on my GSR with Stephanie, which was outside on my porch in a rainstorm because my phone died in the house. We had those cordless phones, and I couldn't hear her. She was cutting in and out, and all I heard was, earn your trip to Summit. Success Starter, earn your free trip to Summit and go. And I was like, okay, best thing I've ever did. Didn't know what the hell I was doing. Best thing I ever did. It attached me to coach life, So thank you, Courtney. It was amazing. Good points. I love it. And you're right. Just like watching the video of Carl showing those boxes, that puts it into such a huge perspective.
Yeah. Just huge. The visual of it.
So yeah, I'm going to open it up. Does anybody have any questions, any victories they want to celebrate, anything they want to talk about, need help with tonight? Cool. Everybody in a health vet group? Nice. Good.
All right, Caitlin's dying to show you her picture, so hold on. Picture.
It's perfect. This is real life, guys. This is how we roll.
Hashtag mom life.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be perfect. Yay. Well, thank you so much for talking, Courtney. I loved your perspective. It was amazing. Great points. I've got some good stuff for you guys. I don't know if I can condense it all and later, or if I'm just going to go live tomorrow or something, but I just got to be on a call with Josh Coates, and he basically put some things into perspective, and I think it would be really helpful. Like, I thought of you guys specifically because of things we've talked about, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. So look for that tomorrow. Go get some rest. Go spend time with your families. Stay warm. I know it's cold everywhere. That I know we are all experiencing together. And thank you so much for your time tonight. I know it's late. You guys are the best. I'll put this recording up in like 10 minutes. Okay.